Hey everybody, I'm Brian with Aromacup.com. Thank you guys as always for joining me here in my virtual coffee shop brought to you by Aromacup.com. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about a great entry-level single-serve coffee machine. That's the Keurig B40. If you're looking to get into the world of single-serve coffee making, this is a great option for doing it. So let's just dive right in, tell you a little bit about the machine, and of course, brew some coffee. Alright guys, so we're going to talk a little bit about the B40 and then afterwards we'll do a quick frequently asked questions so we can cover some of the things that folks wonder about going into the world of single serve coffee and what you can do with this machine. The B40, as I say, is a great entry-level single serve coffee machine. It's made by Keurig, who is one of the great innovators in the world of single serve coffee, and this is just about one of the least expensive options that you have for going into the world of single serve coffee. So there's some machines that are above this one and there's one that's below it, and you can check out some of our other videos to find out overviews about those machines. So let's talk about the features. There is a 48-ounce water tank mounted on the side of the B40. This keeps water ready to go for your machine anytime you would like to start brewing. So that's a really handy feature. If you're on the go a lot, you need to make coffee real quick in the morning, you know, that reservoir is filled up, ready to go, and you can essentially just set it and forget it, which is something that I love about this machine. It's fairly small on the form factor, won't take up too much space on your countertop. It is a little big, but it's got a lot of work to do, so we'll go ahead and give it that, right? Real easy to use. We have a drip tray on the bottom of the unit which is removable if we need to brew a larger cup size, and we'll show you how we can make use of that a little later. Real easy to clean, of course. Not a whole lot of bells and whistles and programmability on the B40. If you look on the top right here, we've just got a few LEDs that are going to tell us kind of the status of the machine and things like that. We've got an add water light to let us know, of course, add water. We have a descale, lets us know if it's time to descale the machine, which you do want to do every once in a while. A heating light, which will glow red and let us know that the machine's heating up and getting water ready. We have auto off. Now let the machine know if you want it to automatically turn itself off or not. There's a button right next to it here, which you can just press and that'll engage the auto off. That means the machine will turn itself off after a little bit of non-use, save energy, save some wear and tear on the machine, things like that. And then of course, we've got our power LED and our power button. There's only two brew sizes on the B40. You're gonna notice right here, we've got a smaller cup and a larger cup. We've got 8 ounces and 10 ounces, guys. So if you like to have a lot of different brew sizes and options, you don't really have that on the B40, but that's okay because 8 ounces, 10 ounces will give you a pretty good brew of coffee or tea or another drink. And that's something that's worth mentioning as well, is we can do a lot of different drinks with the B40. We'll go ahead and dive into that in a sec. Brewing is really easy to do. All we have to do is open up the brew basket, which has this nice handle right here. Open it up, and inside of there are 2 needles. This uses a 2-needle system. There's a needle on the bottom inside the brew basket right here, which we can remove if we want to. And that is great for being able to make our own coffee, which is something we'll talk about in our frequently asked questions. And then there's a needle inside that brew basket, and there's a needle on the top of the unit here as well. Those will puncture your K-cup. Your K-cup, of course, is what you're going to use for brewing your coffee. K-cups are a proprietary format which is a great way for jumping into the world of single-serve coffee. Reason being that they're pre-filled, they're vacuum sealed, and there's over 250 different types of K-cups that you can get your hands on, made by a lot of great coffee makers out there in the world. So if you're fairly picky about your coffee, K-cups are a great way to dive in. Go ahead, be picky, but have the speed of single-serve coffee. So let's go ahead and brew a cup. Take your K-cup, drop it into the brew basket, and just simply close it up. Now, as I say, those K-cups are vacuum sealed, so that coffee is sealed up and ready to go until you actually puncture the seal with the needles. Take your cup, put it right underneath your brew basket, and I'm going to go ahead and make use of a thermometer today. We're going to go ahead and keep track of how hot the B40 can get on an initial brew right here. And then All you've got to do is start brewing. You notice that as soon as I've opened and closed the brew basket, I start to get these two glowing lights right here. And this is just on my brew size. I just simply need to choose. I'm going to go ahead and do a small and 8 ounce. Just press that button and boom, you're going to start brewing coffee. Now again, as I say, the great thing about a machine like the B40 is how fast it is. And you notice that I've already started brewing coffee. So again, if you're on the go, if you have a busy family, if you need to get going in the morning really quickly, or if you have a lot of friends over and you need to make a lot of cups of coffee, a machine like the B40 is really going to answer your need very easily for being able to dive into the world of single-serve coffee and save a lot of time brewing coffee. So we're just about done brewing right there. This is a little bit of a darker blend K-Cup, which I used. And again, depending on the K-Cup that you make use of, or if you're using your own coffee, which again we'll talk about just a little bit later here, you're going to get a different strength on your coffee. It's also going to depend on the cup size which you choose. That really depends on your own personal preference when it comes to the coffee that you like. So let's take a look at our thermometer. We're coming out just a little bit above 160 degrees, going to just about 170. So that's pretty good. If you like your coffee a lot hotter, because a lot of folks are used to their coffee at about 190, 200 degrees, you know, you may have to heat it up, something like that a little further, but generally this is going to treat you pretty right when it comes to brewing coffee out of an awesome machine like the B40. Now, another great thing about the B40 is the number of drinks which you can access and brew using a machine like this. So let's go ahead and brew some tea. I'm going to open up our brew basket and take out my spent K-Cup. That's another great thing, guys, is how quickly you can clean up. All you have to do is get rid of this K-Cup and you're good to go. So we'll just set that guy aside. And we have, as I say, access to a lot of different K-Cups using the K-Cup format. Here is a Sleepy Time herbal tea from Celestial Seasonings. Real easy to use, just like any other K-Cup. Put it into your brew basket, close it right up. And now we're going to make use of a taller cup. So I'll show you guys how we can use the removable tray. Just pop that tray right out, set it aside. Now you can fit your taller cup right there into the B40. Again, I'm just going to go ahead and brew. And since I'm using a taller cup, I'll use a taller brew setting right here. Let's go ahead and use 10 ounces. Just press the button and we're ready to go. And of course, while this guy's doing his job, I will, as always, remind you guys to please check out Aromacup.com, where you can read reviews of machines like the B40 and many other great single-serve coffee machines. Find reviews and other information, coupons, talk with other coffee lovers. All of that is at Aromacup.com. We'll help to demystify the world of single-serve coffee making and tea making in this case for you. So again, as I say, guys, one of the really awesome things about a machine like the B40 is speed. How quickly I can make a drink and then just be on the go. That is really the best feature you're going to find in single-serve coffee. The other thing that's great is how little waste you're going to have. You know, a lot of times with drip-style coffee machines, we would make coffee and then we always have some left over. But when you're using a K-Cup just like this, you know you're going to make just the right size just for you. And that's something that I really love about single-serve coffee making. There's our tea right there. Nice cup. And again, as I say, you get access to a lot of different types of beverages that you can make using these machines. I'll talk a little bit about some of those other ones that you can do in our frequently asked questions. And but for now, there you go. There's a nice little overview of the B40, one of my favorite single-serve machines. And hope you guys enjoyed that. All right, guys, so let's do a little frequently asked questions about the Keurig B40. The first thing that folks usually wonder about is there any maintenance with these machines? Not really, pretty straightforward. The only thing you're going to need to do is descale these machines every once in a while. The recommended descaling schedule is usually every 6 months. However, if you live in an area with a lot of hard water, or if you don't use filtered water in your machine very often, you're probably going to want to descale more often than that. Just really depends on if the machine tells you, of course, that it's ready to be descaled, or if you start to taste that your coffee is a little bit off, might be a good time to go ahead and descale. Beyond that, not much maintenance with these machines. Clean out the brew basket every once in a while. They're good to go. Another thing that a lot of folks wonder about is how many different beverage types can they make with a machine like the B40? Well, of course, you can make coffees, and there's a lot of great coffee roasters making K-Cups, such as Green Mountain Coffee, Barista Prima, and many other great coffee roasters offering up K-Cups. You can, of course, also do your teas. You've got offerings from Celestial Seasonings, a lot of different companies. And also, depending on the type of coffee that you like, you will find that there are extra bold brews, which you can make use of. An extra bold K-Cup will have 20% more coffee grounds in it for giving you that extra bold strength. And that's also going to depend on how you brew your coffee, if you brew a smaller cup, a larger cup, and of course if you make your own coffee using a machine like the B40, which we will talk about. You can, of course, also do iced drinks, believe it or not. You can do iced coffees and iced teas. There are K-Cups which are specially made for doing iced coffees and iced teas, which is a very cool option. And then, in addition to beverages, you also have the ability to do hot noodle cups, such as noodle on the go cups. You can do hot cereals, such as instant oatmeal and various things like that. So you have a lot of different options. The only thing you don't really have with a machine like the B40 is espresso. And that's just simply because brewing espresso, very different game than brewing a K-Cup with a machine like the B40. But as you can see, you've got a lot of different options for brewing beverages with the B40. Another thing a lot of folks wonder about is, can I make my own coffee? That's the biggest question, right? That's what we all wonder about when we're going to single serve coffee. And the answer is most assuredly yes. There are a lot of great options for making your own coffee in the world of single serve coffee. We've talked about a lot of them here on Aromacup.com, so you definitely want to check out our other videos for some reviews of the different offerings for making your own coffee. Two of my favorites is the Solo Fill Cup and the Echo Brew Cup. These are two awesome ways to be able to make your own coffee. All that you need to do is fill these guys up with some coffee, your own brew, your own blends, anything like that, however you like it, and then you can simply brew in your B40 using an awesome option like one of these. So yes, you most definitely can brew your own coffee using single-serve machines like the B40. Everyone always wonders, where do I buy these awesome machines? Well, you're definitely going to check out Aromacup.com. You can find coupons and read reviews on these machines. You can find out about the machines as well as K-Cups. Save yourself a lot of money. So before you go shopping anywhere else, go to Aromacup.com, find some coupons, save yourself a lot of money, and find out how you can purchase awesome machines like the B40 and other single-serve machines and K-Cups. On the B40, folks wonder, can I adjust the temperature of my brew and the strength? Well, you can adjust the temperature. If you're making your own coffee, of course, you can adjust the amount of the grounds that you're using. And as I say, if you use an extra bold K-Cup or a different type of K-Cup, that will change the strength of your coffee. Also, depending on which brew size you use, if you use a smaller brew size, you're going to have a stronger cup of coffee. So you do have a lot of different options for modifying the strength of your coffee. However, on the B40, you cannot adjust the brew temperature. If you do go to one of the higher level Keurig machines, a B60, a B70, you can start changing your brew temperature. But on the B40, unfortunately not. As I say, it's just a very good entry level machine. Everyone wonders about the warranty on a machine like the B40. The B40 has a 1-year standard warranty from Keurig, so if you have any issues with it, within a year, you're going to be covered to have the machine replaced, repaired, various things like that. However, if you're interested in a lifetime warranty, you'll want to check out the Cafe Express Coffee Club, which you can read more about on Aromacup.com, of course. Then you can get yourself a lifetime warranty on your B40 and know that you're covered for as long as you're going to have this machine. Everyone wonders about Starbucks coffee with single-serve coffee, and can you make it? The answer is yes, you can in K-Cup form. Starbucks has just entered the market with their brand new K-Cups filled with Starbucks coffee. So if you're a Starbucks fan, now's the time to get into single-serve coffee because you can make those Starbucks brews that you really like using K-Cups and a machine like the B40.